I think it's fair to say that Lamar Jackson could be one of the most athletic quarterbacks to ever play in the National Football League. He's got speed, he's got agility, he's got the ability to extend plays with his feet, he's got the ability to extend plays with his arm, and just is overall a great playmaker. I think one would have a tough time arguing that that's not the case. But the argument now becomes, is he really a good quarterback, and does he possess sound mechanics? Today we're going to take a quick look at a couple of throws and show you what exactly we see as his attributes as a quarterback and how he stacks up as a pure passer. So in order to evaluate a quarterback's mechanics, you have to look at key components. Obviously footwork, body position, release point, and then obviously accuracy and all the attributes of the ball being thrown. This is a great example of how you want to throw a ball. A lot of people say that Lamar Jackson keeps a very narrow base. I would argue that he does an excellent job from a mechanical standpoint of maintaining great leverage and power on that back leg until the point in time he's going to distribute the energy forward. He's a very crisp, clean release. And he gets very vertical when he goes to throw. So many young quarterbacks, so many quarterback coaches we see teach the counter movement to this throw exactly, and they have a lot of real whippy mechanics with their upper body. Their lower body goes, spins around. We hear guys talking about that you shouldn't have any extension in the front knee. It's all counterintuitive to what we really see from the world's best quarterbacks. So Lamar Jackson in this one shows a very good job of body control. Watch how he gets that front foot down, keeps his front shoulder on his target, separates his hand from the ball as his front foot is striking the ground. He's maybe a little bit premature on that, but other than that, this is almost a flawless deep ball. So again, you'll see as he's releasing that ball, he's still getting some extension out of his knee, and then very, very upright as he throws this ball. It's very key to understand that how you produce really good force and how Lamar Jackson produces consistent results, especially in this ball here, is by getting vertical. He presses into the ground, gets that ground force reaction, and then the energy comes back up. There's not a lot of leaning. There's not a lot of contorting side to side. Does a really good job, very clean mechanic. So we're going to rate this as a very high-level throw, very consistent. This is one he can do over and over and over. As he finishes, he's standing there as if he has just transferred purely all that energy from a side view to a front-facing view to the target. Take another look at a more intermediate to deep ball. Nice play action on a pistol. Takes time to reset in the pocket. Again, getting that back foot up underneath his back hip. So he's now got power. He's going to just produce the same. Open that front foot. Get really good extension out of that left leg. Create a stable platform to throw from. The ball's released down the field. Excellent, excellent ball. So again, when you're looking at throws and you're starting to analyze that someone is just a pure athlete throwing the ball versus someone relying upon their mechanics, I would say all signs are pointing towards Lamar Jackson has some excellent mechanics, probably some of the best in the NFL, even though he's often overlooked as a guy who's just a dynamic playmaker. Make no mistake, he is an excellent quarterback, excellent mechanics. He's been trained extremely well. You can tell by that left arm staying in. He's getting a good open, utilizing the good rotation, but more importantly, unbelievable extension at the time when he throws. He's a great extender, obviously, of just his arm as well as his off leg, and does an excellent job of being able to dial that in. Does a really good job of keeping his head steady throughout the throw as well. So you young quarterbacks, this is a textbook throw. If you're going to go start to learn and start to emulate quarterbacks, this is really an excellent example. You don't see his leg flying around. You don't see his arm coming across his body. Oftentimes we see quarterback coaches spending an inordinate amount of time of creating false movements that are counter to the target. If you're going to be a straight line thrower, you want to aim at your target and finish to your target. We don't want to aim and finish past our target. It's just like a person firing a gun or a sniper shooting a gun. You don't jerk the barrel of the gun after you've shot. You want to leave it at the target and make sure that you have finished and hit what you were aiming at. So next we're going to take a look at a rollout throw where he's escaping and then making a throw on the run. Oftentimes people mistake quarterbacks that are more athletic as guys that just kind of make it happen rather than relying on sound mechanics. So let's take a look and see if Lamar Jackson is just being an athlete when he's throwing this ball, or if he's relying upon sound, tried and true mechanics. Obviously he's on the run. He gets his shoulder to the target, and on the run, it's counterintuitive, but you really want to force that throwing side foot in the ground with the left leg, if you're right-handed, coming out in front as the counterbalance and make that throw on the run. So this is a textbook. Again, he's now exhibiting textbook mechanics. Even though he's on the run, he obviously could extend this play if he wanted to and run the ball down the field with a little bit of a crease here. But he instead chooses the deeper ball to a receiver. But again, he is really doing an excellent job of keeping that shoulder down the field to the target. Quick, compact throw, getting the energy out of the ground, throw on the run, puts the ball down the field, the receiver, big completion. The last play we're going to take a look at to analyze Lamar Jackson's mechanics is a play where the pocket starts to break down, starts to get some penetration, so he's a little bit off balance, and now he's going to make a throw, which oftentimes people would say is a dangerous throw across his body. But I want you to take a look. Every throw has to have a power source. So if you look at where his power source is, it's coming out of that ground. You see him planting that foot into the ground. Every throw also has to have an aiming mechanism, which would be his front shoulder, as well as where's the counterbalance. Well, if you look at where the counterbalance is to that power, it's right out in front of him. This is what I would consider as a really perfect throw for the scenario he's in. So he drives, gets energy out of the ground, gets a counterbalance from that lower body with that left leg. Obviously has great aim because his front shoulder and his eyes are down the field where he wants the ball to go. He punches in the ground, and as he punches, he's delivering that energy out, and then he will land back on his right foot as he should, and then retreat away from the pressure coming. But this is a great off-balance throw. Plenty of power on the throw, and most would consider that to be a really dangerous throw. Yes, anytime you throw against your body, it's a dangerous throw. But if you clear your hips and you get energy into the ground and apply that stable force that he has on the throw on the run, as well as his deep throws and the play action throw, you're going to get the same result every time. I would argue the consensus would be that Lamar Jackson not only has unbelievable athleticism, but Lamar Jackson possesses some of the best mechanics that you see in any young quarterback in the NFL, and that proves out highlight after highlight, rep after rep. So his mechanics are pure. They're what we want to teach our young quarterbacks to emulate, and obviously he has the athleticism to go on it. So the sky's the limit. I think we're going to see bigger and better things from Lamar Jackson here in the coming seasons. And again, thanks for your time. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button or follow, and we'll be putting more out soon.